Okay, now in last lecture in unit 15 polymers, we explained certain terms regarding polymers. That means how polymers introduced, and then classification of polymers according to, we can say, a source. First is natural polymer, second is semi-synthetic polymer, and third is synthetic polymer. And from that, just we switch on towards types of a reaction, and these types of polymerization reaction, in which addition polymerization or chain growth polymerization, in which we can say that free radical initiator of this particular polymerization reaction, and due to that chain is totally growth according to three steps. One is initiation steps, second is propagating, and third is terminating. So this way we can say that chain growth, whatever the chain is present, that growth is occur, and due to that it is considered as chain growth polymerization. Mechanism of addition polymerization, in which we just explain polymerization of polythene, okay, with the help of catalyst benzoyl peroxide. From this benzoyl peroxide we get phenyl as a free radical, and this free radical is important to initiate, we can say that, with the reaction with ethene, and according to step by step, initiation step, then propagating step, and then terminating step, just we move towards, we can say that, polymers just like polythene. Okay, now another polymer also, that is Buna S. So Buna S contain two monomers. Remember, here suppose monomer is only one, that is considered as homopolymer. But if monomer is two different, that is considered as, we can say that copolymer. Remember this one, and this copolymer deals with Luna S. Luna S indicate that one monomer is buta-1,3-diene and another monomer is styrene. If these two undergoes, we can say, the polymerization reaction, then shifting of bond and double bond obtained between CH double bond CH, and we get product of Buna S, or another terms we can say that butadiene or say butadiene styrene copolymer. So this all explanation we learn in lecture number 1 and 2. Now we switch on towards lecture number 3, in which some important addition polymers, some in which we have to learn different polymers in terms of, we can say that, first is in your NCERT textbook polythene, and this polythene is once again classified in terms of low density polythene and high density polythene. Second is Teflon, okay, tetrafluoro or say polytetrafluoroethene, and that is nothing but Teflon. And third is polyacrylonitrile, which is called PAN. So we switch on towards first topic, that is A. Polythene. So what is meaning of polythene? You understand that CH2 double bond CH2, number of molecules of this ethene when undergoes polymerization reaction, we get polythene by free radical catalyst. You already learned in addition in types of polymerization reaction, addition of we can say that polymerization reaction. Polythene is there. These polythene are linear, or these polythene are linear or slightly, just you see in your textbook, slightly branched long. Slightly branched long chain molecules. Okay, so here linear or slightly branched long chain molecules. Remember this one? We can say that polyethylene is a slightly, we can say that branched long chain molecules or linear. Okay, second sentence is written here. They are capable of repeatedly softening on heating. They are capable of repeatedly softening on heating. Softening on heating. And hardening just you listen this particular sentence, hardening on cooling. And are thus thermoplastic polymer, and are thus thermoplastic polymers. That means this is a definition of thermoplastic polymers. Those polymers which are capable of repeatedly softening on heating and hardening on cooling, they are considered as thermoplastic polymers. Okay, so this is a very important. Thus, they are of two types. They are of two types. Okay, first is low density polymer. The low density polymer, that is polyethylene, which is called LDP, low density polyethylene. And another is hard density polyethylene. This is known as low density polyethylene, that is called LDP, and this is called hard density polyethylene, that's why it is called HDP. Okay, so this low density polyethylene deals with which particular points? Now you discuss about this. Once again, this polyethylene, they are linear or slightly branched long chain molecules capable of repeatedly softening on heating and hardening on cooling, and are thus thermoplastic polymers. Okay, thermosetting is not there. Thermosetting means they are not hardening on cooling. Okay, that's why it's a very important. Softening on heating and hardening on cooling, and are thus called thermoplastic polymers. And this, due to this, they are classified in two ways. They are, we can say that two types. That is low density polyethylene, and second is hard density polyethylene. Now we discuss about low density polyethylene. It is obtained by the polymerization of ethene. Polymerization of ethene. Polymerization of ethene in presence of, just you see, remember this condition is very important, under high pressure. 1000 to 2000. 1000 to 2000 atmosphere, and temperature is 350 to 370 Kelvin. Okay, 570 Kelvin. Remember this. This undergoes, we can say, that polymerization reaction. Okay, and in presence of traces of dioxygen, dioxygen or a peroxide initiator or a peroxide initiator. Okay. So this sentence is say that ethene when undergoes polymerization reaction in presence of or say at higher pressure 1000 to 2000 atmosphere and temperature is 350 to 570 Kelvin and in presence of traces of dioxygen or a peroxide as an initiator at a time they are converted into, we can say that, low density polythene. Low density polythene. Remember, low density polythene is obtained through the free radical addition. So here you write down through free radical addition. Okay, so this is a very important sentence and it is written in your, we can say that, textbook. And H atom abstraction and H atom abstraction. That means what? H atom, they are abstract. Okay, abstraction. Hydrogen atom is abstraction due to, we can say that, polythene. Whatever the polymers is produced, low density polythene. Once again, it's a very easy. Ethene when undergoes polymerization reaction at high pressure 1000 to 2000 atmosphere pressure and temperature 350 to 570 Kelvin and in presence of traces of dioxygen or a peroxide as initiator or through the free radical and H atom abstraction they manufactured low density polythene. Low density polythene. Okay. So this way low density polythene is obtained. And here one figure is drawn. These polymers has straight chain structures. These polymers straight chain structure. Okay, straight chain structure with some branches. With some branches. Okay, now which is shown below. That means this low density just like this way. You draw just like this way. You have to draw this type of line, and here you draw certain branches according to this way, or you draw just like this. Okay. So this is nothing but low density polythene. अगर आपको इस क्वेश्चन में पूछा गया कि आपको लो डेंसिटी पॉलीथीन की प्रिपरेशन करनी है तो आपको यहाँ पे कंडीशन याद रखनी पड़ेगी, यानी कि इथीन लेना पड़ेगा जो स्टार्टिंग मटेरियल है, वो पॉलीमराइजेशन रिएक्शन में जा रहा है, उसका मतलब ये हुआ कि वहाँ पे रिएक्शन कंडीशंस भी होगी और कौन से रिएक्शन में जाएगा वो भी होगा। तो यहाँ पे हाई प्रेशर कितना है 1000 to 2000 एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, टेम्परेचर है 350 to 570 Kelvin और traces of dioxygen or a peroxide initiator is also required and through the which particular reaction? Free radical addition reaction and H atom abstraction. Okay, they produce as a manufacture of low density polythene. Okay, now this is a low density polythene is a straight chain structures with some branches and it is just like this way. So this is all about low density polythene. Now we discussed about high density polythene. High density polythene is known as HDP. So same way here, in low density polythene there is a written is a chemically inert. Remember, they are low density polythene is a chemically inert. We discuss this topic later on, so just we remove it. So here certain sentence we write according to this short note. So here, this low density polythene is chemically inert. Chemically inert and tough. Inert and tough. flexible and poor conductor of electricity. Poor conductor of electricity. Okay, and hence it is used in the insulation of electricity. Carrying wires and manufacture of squeeze bottle, bottles, toys, and flexible pipes. So this is about low density polythene, in which straight chain structure with some branches through the structure, and then this chemically inert and tough but flexible and poor conductor of electricity. It is used in the insulation of electricity, carrying wires, and manufacture of Swiss bottles, toys, and flexible pipes. This is all about low density polythene. Suppose somebody asks to write a note on low density polythene, then you have to write up to this. You write it for 2 or 3 times, then you make a practice of this, and you cover all this topic. You write it completely and remember it. So it is considered as low density polythene. Now we switch on towards high density polythene. So make a screenshot of this and write it completely. Okay, now we switch on towards second one. High density polythene or HDPE. लो डेंसिटी पॉलीथीन में आपने स्टडी कर दिया, अब उसकी बारी है हाई डेंसिटी पॉलीथीन. सो दिस क्वेश्चन इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन. You prepare it completely, prepare it. Okay, so this high density polythene, it is formed when addition polymerization of ethene. That means you write down here ethene, and here just you write down sentences addition polymerization of ethene takes place in presence of hydrocarbon solvent. In the presence of remember this is a very important Ziegler-Natta catalyst. In the presence of Ziegler-Natta the spelling is correct, okay, Natta catalyst. What is composition in this? Remember, It is a tetraethyl aluminium. Triethyl aluminium. So C2H5 thrice Al and titanium tetrachloride and titanium tetrachloride, TiCl3 or TiCl4. This mixture is known as Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Okay, so this is your toluene here. Temperature is 333 to 343 Kelvin. So 333 Kelvin to 343 Kelvin, and under a pressure very low, and under 6 to 7 atmospheric pressure. Pressure is very low, 6 to 7 atmospheric pressure. Okay, so this high density polythene is obtained, is produced. So here it's a very simple. Ethene, when undergoes addition polymerization reaction in presence of hydrocarbon solvent and in the presence of Ziegler-Natta, that is triethyl aluminium and titanium trichloride catalyst at temperature 333 to 343 Kelvin and under pressure 6 to 7 atmospheric pressure produced high density polythene. It's a very simple. Remember it by this way. It is a very simple. Right now I'm going to do this. So you got full out of full marks. Okay, fine. Next one. So here consist linear molecules as shown below. Consists, here it is written, yes, high density polythene consists of a linear molecules, just like this way. Okay, so this is a linear, consists of linear molecules just like this way, and another has high density due to close packing. Here high density क्योंकि प्रेशर भी कम दिया है, टेम्परेचर भी कम है, तो वहां पे डेंसिटी हाई डेंसिटी होगी, लेकिन ड्यू टू क्लोज पैकिंग. Close packing is important. Underline of this. Okay. Such polymers are also called linear polymers. These polymers is also called linear polymers. Okay. So this polymer is also called linear polymers, and these linear polymers, okay, high density polymers are also chemically inert. Inert. You know this one, inert means they are not affected, and more tough. And hard. It is used in manufacturing of buckets. Then in your textbook it is written dustbins, bottles, pipes. Etc. Okay, so suppose somebody asks one difference between high density polythene and low density polythene. At that time you have to say that When low density polyethylene is considered at that time, it is a, we can say that free radical addition reaction, okay, and H abstraction, hydrogen abstraction, okay. But here this is an addition polymerization reaction, and we can say that here in LDP, oxygen, dioxygen, or free radical, just like phenyl. Just you see, it is written here, free radical is used. Okay, so free radical is used just like presence of dioxide or peroxide initiator. Remember, benzyl peroxide, I speak that one. So here peroxide is an initiator, but here in the presence of Ziegler-Natta catalyst, and Ziegler-Natta catalyst is nothing but triethyl aluminum and titanium trichloride. Temperature is in LDP is very high, 530 Kelvin to 570 Kelvin. Here temperature is very low, 333 Kelvin to 343 Kelvin. In LDP we can say that pressure is 1000 to 2000 atmosphere, but here in HDP pressure is 6 to 7 atmosphere, very low. Just you see, it is very important. Consist of in LDP we can say that they consist of linear as well as branched, particularly branched type polymers. But here only linear molecules, and high density due to close packing, and chemically inert, both are chemically inert, more tough. This LDP is a less tough only, and hard. Okay, this high density polymer is hard. Also manufacturing of buckets, dustbins, bottles and pipes. But remember in LDP they are electrically, we can say that electrically, you know this one, conductor, some conductivity is take place at here. So here poor conductor of electricity, hence it is used in the insulation of electricity. Okay, it is written carrying wires and manufacture of squeeze bottles and toys and flexible pipes. So write the difference between HDP and LDP. It's a very good topic, and you have to write it in a particular manner in terms of temperature, pressure, use and shape. Okay, so this is all about high density polyethylene and low density polyethylene. Now we switch on towards next our important addition polymers, that is a polytetrafluoroethene, which is called PTFE. Okay, this is called PTFE, and which is important, which is also known as Teflon. So write down this. Now we switch on towards another important addition polymers, polytetrafluoroethene, which is called Teflon, and short name is PTFE, polytetrafluoroethene. It's a very important polymers. Remember here monomer is very important. Teflon is manufactured by heating tetrafluoroethene, that means CF2 double bond CF2, number of molecules of tetrafluoroethene. Okay, this number of molecules of tetrafluoroethene undergoes addition polymerization reaction. Okay, called with a free radical or with a free radical. This is nothing but free radical. Okay, free radical or persulfate catalyst. Persulfate. This is important. Catalyst. Catalyst is used. Persulfate catalyst at high pressure. At high pressure. Remember, number of molecules of tetrafluoroethene when undergoes free radical or persulfate catalyst at high pressure, then this polymerization reaction gives it is a chemically, okay, it gives PTFE. This is known as this double bond shifting, or say this CF2 is come this side, this CF2 will come this side. So here just like this way, CF2 CF2 and number of molecules, that's why it is known as poly. 4 fluorine is there, that's why tetra, or say 1122 tetra. F is indicated by fluoro and then ethene. So this is named PTFE. So this is known as Teflon. Remember here, number of molecules of tetrafluoroethene, free radical polymerization reaction or persulfate catalyst at high pressure, we get polytetrafluoroethene or Teflon. Okay, so this is all about, we can say, Teflon, but it is a, we can say that what is that chemically? It is a chemically inert. Remember this, that's why it's a very useful. Chemically inert. You have to write it, make a practice of this. Chemically inert and resistant to attacks and resistant to attack by corrosive reagents. Okay, so it is chemically inert and resistant to attack by corrosive reagent. Now it is used in which one? It is used in making oil seals. And gaskets and also used for stick surface, non-stick surface. Coated utensils. This is very important. Coated utensils, that means cooker or whatever the black colored is there, that is nothing but Teflon. It is used in making oil seals and gaskets and also used for non-stick surface coated utensils. So this is a very important. Write down preparation, properties and uses of PTFE. So make a note of this and prepare it completely. It's a very good question. And last one is polyacrylonitrile, which is also called Arlon. Okay, PAN, PAN. So switch on towards the last topic. Now we switch on towards polyacrylonitrile. Which is called PAN. It's very important. Polyacrylonitrile. First of all, remember monomers and then which reaction conditions and what is formula of polyacrylonitrile. It's a very simple. So here polyacrylonitrile, the addition polymerization reaction. So first of all, write down N CH2 double bond CH C triple bond N. This is nothing but vinyl cyanide or acrylonitrile. This is known as acrylonitrile. Another name is vinyl cyanide. Remember, another name is vinyl cyanide. When this undergoes, number of molecules of acrylonitrile undergoes addition polymerization. Addition polymerization of acrylonitrile in presence of in presence of peroxide catalyst. Peroxide catalyst. Okay, leads to the formation of polyacrylonitrile. Just like this, the structure is this: CH2, CH, C. Write down here. Above side, write down below side, right? No problem. In book it is written above side, so no problem. This is nothing but polyacrylonitrile. Another name is PAN. Okay, another name is PAN. Polyacrylonitrile is used in as a substance. Now used as, okay, substitute for wood in making commercial fibers. Yes, it's a very important. Commercial fibers as Orlon or acrylic. Remember acrylic plate, you know this one, acrylic materials. Okay, so acrylic. So this is important. This acrylonitrile when undergoes addition polymerization reaction presence of peroxide catalyst then form polyacrylonitrile by polymerization reaction. Use substitute for wood in making commercial fibers as Orlon or acrylic. So this some important addition polymers in which we already explained here in this lecture. A is polythene, that is two types. One is low density polythene, second is high density polythene. B is nothing but PTFE, polytetrafluoroethene. Remember PTFE, which is known as Teflon, and C, which is polyacrylonitrile PAN. That we can already just we explained here. Preparation, properties, and uses. So these questions are very important. You prepare it with your writing practice. Thank you. So this lecture number 3 is now over. Now we switch on towards lecture number 4 next time. But here one example is asked. That in example 15.1 they say that CH2, CH, and then they write C6H5 and here N. So remember this is a formula of styrene, CH double bond CH2, styrene. So it is only one monomer, that's why it is considered as homopolymer. Remember, it is a homopolymer, not copolymer. Suppose here two monomers are there. Suppose two, we can say that particular compound is there. That time it is considered as copolymer. But here it is considered as homopolymer. So your we can say that example 15.1. Example 15.1. This is considered as homopolymers. Okay, so this lecture is now over, and next time we discuss in next lecture we discuss condensation or step growth polymerization reaction. Thank you very much. Make a screenshot of this.